makes a man's verb consummate the noun, because an action to a thing is inspired by the pound.
Consummate the noun? Consummate. I told you I'm a wordsmith. Words matter. Words are spells. That's why they call them, that's why they say spelling, right? You spell something. You're casting a spell. Words are spells. So pay attention to the words that you speak. Even the words that you think about. Pay attention. What do you say? Consummate. Money makes a man's verb consummate the noun. Now, when I think consummate, I think when you consummate a marriage, right? So consummate means, cheeks, right? So the man's verb, so the verb screws the noun. The verb does screw the noun. The verb is the action. The noun is the object. The verb is the action as it relates to the object. Amen. Ren, once again, he gets your brain going. He gets the goblins. They eat your brain. Fucking Ren.
It's love and love, it leaks from you, see. Sis, this world needs light and you're the brightest I see.
Damn. I wonder what the age difference is, because I'm the older sibling. I got a younger brother. We got a 9-year difference. He's talking to his little sis, man. Yeah, man.
Your wings have
my brother is my little brother is probably one of the smartest dudes that I know. Sometimes he can't get out of his own way, but he is literally he's literally brilliant. Shouts out to my guy. That's my dude. It's my dude. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, back at you one more time with another one. I am your humble host, Out of Order Man. Today, we are back on the Ren train, the renegade trade. We got Money Ties. So we went through the Money Game trilogy, and then overwhelmingly in the comments, people were saying Money Ties is kind of like the official part 4. They said something else was too. Crucify the culture, I think. It was a people were saying both things, but more people were saying Money Ties was the part 4. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do Crucify the Culture too. We're gonna do that one too, but this one kind of won out. So we're gonna check this one out, part 4. The trilogy was pretty heavy. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty heavy, but it was needed. It's needed. So we here for it. Let's go. Some people in the comments was, I said in the other video how people need to know about Ren. You need to tell people about Ren. But some people in the comments was like, "Ooh, I'm just so frustrated. I've been trying to tell people about Ren, and they don't get it. They don't get it." And hey, trust me, I've gone through that. And since I discovered Ren, I only discovered Ren maybe a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, some people. I talk about stuff that I like a lot. So, I've tried 3 people. 3 people I tried to show Ren, and 2 of the people was like, eh. One person was like, yeah, okay, but they just, and these are my people. So, hey, it is what it is. You gotta no disrespect to my people, because I love them. But you have to be a thinker. And my peoples are thinkers. I don't deal with nobody that's not a thinker. But you have to be thinking in that moment to receive Ren. Like Ren is kind of like somebody else. Somebody said, you don't find Ren, Ren finds you. I mean, that's true. You got to be in the right mental place for him to find you. But he'll find you. Don't trip. He'll find you. So don't get frustrated. It happens. Sheesh. I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something else. I got to start writing shit down. Oh, yeah. I remember now. I put too much on it sometimes. You can't overhype it. Like, one time. Okay, so I lived in Los Angeles for 20 plus years. I knew a lot of people. I lived in Los Angeles. Not Hollywood, not the Valley. I lived in Inglewood. So, some of my friends were gang members. Some of them were, but they were good. I like I said, I don't hang around anybody that's not a thinker. So I got some pretty intelligent friends, And my homeboy, shout out to my homeboy, we just gonna call him Ant. He was from 40s. He was from 40s crib. And but this is my dude. And so we worked at this call center together. And so I'm telling him about It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which is still literally like my favorite TV show of all time. One of them, my favorite of all time. You can just throw it on. You're gonna laugh every time you watch it. So I'm hyping this show up at work, hyping it up. I'm like, bro, you gotta come to the crib, bro. We gotta watch this. After work, we driving home, driving to my house. I'm like, bro, I'm putting too much on it. We get to my house, rolling up the whole thing, and then okay, so I'm on this website. This is way back in the day, actually. This is 2012, 13 ish. I'm one of the original cord cutters. So I've been watching TV on the internet since Justin TV, since Twitch was Justin TV, if you know, you know. So they had this channel on there that just played Sunny in Philadelphia all day. It was a 24/7 Sunny channel. Just played the whole series in order. It used to be on literally, just all nonstop. Get to the house. We rolling up, selling him. I'm about to throw it to him, show it to him. It just happened to be the most gayest episode that Sonny ever did. And you know, I mean, shouts out to the gay community. I don't have no problem with that. You do what you do. You love who you love. Love is love. But my nigga's from the 40s. My nigga's from the trenches. Like he's not really with that shit. So it's the episode where Mac was trying to get them to go to the damn muscle competition and oil up the dudes when he didn't want to come out of class. I mean, it's a funny episode if you locked in with Sonny, but if you're not, and that first time listening to it, like he was like, "Bro, what is this, bro? What are you showing me?" I was like, "Man, this is not usually what it's about, bro. This is just happens to." He was like, "Nah, cuz." Man, turn this shit off. I'm like, man, come on, man. Just he's like, bro, turn this shit off or take me home. I don't know what you on right now. So yeah, I digress. I tend to ramble a lot before my videos. I'm sorry. Here we go. Ren, Money Ties, you up next. Unofficial part 4. I'm out of order, man. If you like the content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit that bell notification. Uh if you want me to react to something, it's really important. Leave a comment down below. Let me know. If you want to buy me a coffee, Cash App's in the description. And y'all want something from the store, some sunflower seeds, some now laters, whatever, just let me know. Ren, Money Ties, you up. Let's go.
Godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into the world, and we cannot take anything out of the world. But if we have food and clothing, with these we will be content. But those who desire to be rich fall into temptation, into a snare, into many senseless and harmful desires.
Wait. Go back. Wait. Full attention.
Godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into the world, and we cannot take anything out of the world. But if we have food and clothing, with these we will be content. But those who desire to be rich fall into temptation, into a snare, into many senseless and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evils. It is through this craving that some have wandered away from the path and pierced themselves with the many pangs of greed.
Money makes the world go round. Money makes a pure man lawless, proud.
I got so many ideas and thoughts about money. We can have an hour-long conversation about money, the concept of money. It's very strange when you think about it. Money. It's got us in a tailspin. I remember I was selling my CDs on Melrose Avenue when I was in Los Angeles. I used to be out there on the streets selling my CD. We sold about a good 12,000 copies out the trunk. Shout out to 10th Planet. This is 2004, 2005-ish. I remember this one girl. She was super cool. She wanted the CD. I was like, it's all right. It's $10. And she said, I don't deal with money. I don't like money. I don't touch money. It was very, I was like, oh, oh. I mean, you need money. You don't have to touch it, really, but you need it, which is fucked up.
Pierce themselves with the many pangs of greed.
Money makes the world go round. Money makes a pure man, lawless, proud. Money makes a man's verb consummate the noun. Cause an action to a thing is inspired by the pound or the dollar. False profit, preach profit, and we follow when the scholar.
Consummate the noun? Consummate. I told you I'm a wordsmith. Words matter. Words are spells. That's why they call them, that's why they say spelling, right? You spell something. You're casting a spell. Words are spells. So pay attention to the words that you speak. Even the words that you think about. Pay attention. What do you say? Consummate. Money makes a man's verb consummate the noun. Now, when I think consummate, I think when you consummate a marriage, right? So consummate means, cheeks, right? So the man's verb, so the verb screws the noun. The verb does screw the noun. The verb is the action. The noun is the object. The verb is the action as it relates to the object. Hey, man, Ren, once again, he gets your brain going. He gets the goblins. They eat your brain. Fucking Ren. Let's go.
Of greed.
Money makes the world go round. Money makes a pure man, lawless, proud. Money makes a man's verb consummate the noun.
I'm sorry. I pause a lot and I ramble. I'm sorry.
Money makes the world go round. Money makes a pure man, lawless, proud. Money makes a man's verb consummate the noun. Cause an action to a thing is inspired by the pound or the dollar. False profit, preach profit, and we follow when the scholar teach dishonor. That's a bit the pill to swallow. The biggest bank robber are the banks and the politicians, but judiciary are whores. What a shock. When we lose sight of live and let live, forget your soul is made much richer by the love that you give. If you're living just to make a living, that's all that is. And when you're lying, about real whores, what a shock. When we lose sight of live and let live, forget your soul is made much richer by the love that you give. If you're living just to make a living, that's
your soul is made richer by the love that you give.
Politicians, but judiciary are whores. What a shock. When we lose sight of live and let live, forget your soul is made much richer by the love that you give.
Your soul is made richer by the love that you give. That's so true. When you die, when you leave this, when you shed the mortal coil, no one's going to talk about how many Birkin bags you bought, how many bust downs you bought. They're gonna remember the way you made them feel when you were around them, the way you made them feel. That's your legacy. How did you make people feel when you were around them? Were you a dick? Were you that guy? The dick in the room? I mean, there's a lot of people that move like that, and I just be looking at them like, I got close people with me that move like that. They just want to be the dick. Like, why you want to be a dick? Why you want to be a bully all the time? All the time. To strangers. You go out with them and they're just a bully. You can't go out with these people. I got people like that. I love them, but they need help. Motherfuckers need therapy.
If you're living just to make a living.
We need mental health in the community, all right? That's the point of all this. We need mental health. Sometimes the police don't need to show up. It needs to be a counselor that shows up. The police show up with a gun. Somebody's having a mental moment, an episode, the worst day of their life, and a cop with a gun show up. That needs to change. That needs to change. I don't know.
Politicians, but judiciary are whores. What a shock. When we lose sight of live and let live, forget
got
your
you
soul is
thinking.
made much
Got me
richer by
thinking
the
again.
love that you give. If you're living just to make a living, that's all that is. And when you're lying, slowly dying, well, you die with a grin. Now digging up the root of evil, money too like a blade. You can slice across the jugular or carve and create. But when the money ain't the means, but the means is the money, you start to compromise ideals for dollars, morals get bloody. Now let me tell you a little story about a boy named Bren. Born March 1990 in the Celtic Welsh ends. We didn't have much, but mum and dad, they made enough to put hot meals on the table, fill our bellies full of love. A little sister fell into the picture. Oh my God, we loved her, made our family richer. Then we both got older, world a little colder. Life, it had a way of chipping away at that shoulder. I held her and I told her, hierarchy, status.
Gotta go back.
The money ain't the means, but the means is the money. You start to compromise ideals for dollars, morals get bloody. Now let me tell you a little story about a boy named Bren. Born March 1990 in the Celtic Welsh ends. We didn't have much, but mum and dad, they made enough to put hot meals on the table,
going
fit
where?
Welsh ends. Tell you a little story about a boy named Bren. Born March 1990 in the Celtic Welsh ends. We didn't have much, but mum and dad, they made enough to put hot meals on the table, fill our bellies full of love. A little sis.
Wait. Ren is a Pisces? All this time I didn't know that? Wow, don't let me find out. There's some March babies that's not Pisces, because March is right on the cusp. Even though I don't really deal with astrology too much, but I do know a little bit about it. March, let me find out.
Fell into the picture. Oh my God, we loved her, made our family richer. Then we both got older, world a little colder. Life, it had a way of chipping away at that shoulder. I held her and I told her, hierarchy, status exists. Sometimes the purity of youth gets snatched, leaving you stripped. You'll learn that love is not enough, it's not a world for a kid. So toughen up and buckle up, because it's bumpy as shit. And there'll be those who take advantage of the light in your soul. And there'll be times you feel the cup you're filling leaking with holes. And that dark can get much darker, we all must grow old. But listen up, my little sister, hold these words to your close. Keep that kind heart kind, humankind are in need. Never ever let this world make you bitter like me. Because this world needs love, and love it leaks from you, see. Sis, this world needs light, and you're the brightest I see.
Damn. I wonder what the age difference is, because I'm the older sibling. I got a younger brother. We got a 9-year difference. He's talking to his little sis, man. Yeah, man.
Your wings have love in need. Never ever let this world make you bitter like me. Because this world needs love, and love it leaks from you, see. Sis, this world needs light, and you're the brightest I see. I see your wings have feather more than ever. Mine were torn by my oppressor. Sickness scorn me, but whatever.
My brother is my little brother is probably one of the smartest dudes that I know. Sometimes he can't get out of his own way, but he is literally he's literally brilliant. Shouts out to my guy. That's my dude. It's my dude.
World needs love, and love it leaks from you, see. Sis, this world needs light, and you're the brightest I see. I see your wings have feather more than ever. Mine were torn by my oppressor. Sickness scorn me, but whatever. By your side we fly together. Give me flight when I could never. A releasing of the pressure, and the pressure makes a diamond. I will shine with you forever. Fuck greed, fuck depression, fuck bullies, fuck the jealous. Fuck every man who made you feel less than a treasure. And fuck a world that makes us feel small. Fuck the forces that divide us. Now's the time to stand tall, because money makes the world go round. Money makes the sick. Because money makes the world go round. Money makes the sick boy sicker somehow. Money gets a man mug punched in his mouth. Money run the gang thug, drug money plow. Money makes open case close. Money bend law, make war, make goals. Money gives a poor man hope. Money saves lives, takes lives. Money both. Money is money isn't money.
Dude, I could do a whole book, a whole thesis on this video, this whole series, this money series by Ren. Okay, I'm gonna do a separate playlist on this money series, because this shit is deep, man. Ren is going deep. That's what I'm here for, man. You gotta think. Hip hop needs to make you think. Art in general needs to make you think, man. This is the shit I'm on. God damn, Ren. Yeah, nah, I'm gonna do a whole thing. I got so many thoughts about money, about motherfucking cowrie shells. is a social construct that it didn't need to. It happened or it didn't happen, right? It didn't have to happen. It didn't have to happen. Fucking Neanderthals and the Cro-Magnons and the Australopithecines, and they have money. I mean, they were wild and they were fucking each other and killing each other until the Homo sapiens won out and killed all the rest of them. That's why we have one race. Okay. Side note: one race, Homo sapien. There were different races, under species, class, order, phylum, race, species, that whole chart. There were different races. Homo sapien, Cro-Magnon, Neanderthal, Australopithecus. But the Homo sapiens killed every one of them. They killed them all. They fucked some of them, and they killed the rest of them. So we are Homo sapiens. It doesn't matter what your skin looks like. We're all Homo sapiens. I don't know how, I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. I got sidetracked. But, oh no, I know what I was saying. Somewhere around the line, somebody said, oh, let's make up money. Let's charge people for this. I mean, what if that never happened? And we just, as a society, we progressed without that spark of thought of let's make money. Let's give me some sort of compensation for what I did, this product or service. I don't know. I mean, I understand it, but damn, it's so fucked up. Money has fucked everything on this planet. I think maybe that's one of the things that I identify with Star Trek with. I'm a big Trekkie. I'm a big Trekkie. I've seen every iteration of Star Trek, every episode of everything. Excuse me. Excuse me. And one of the big things that gets me is like, it's supposed to be in they always like star date such and such, but it's supposed to be in like the year 2300 plus, right? For some reason, Earth has done away with money. That's one of the things that they don't talk about a lot, but it's a real thing in the Star Trek canon. They don't really have money anymore. They figured it out. They came up with replicators, which can take air molecules and re-transition them into whatever you want. Whatever food you want or object you want, you have replicators. So if you can create anything you want out of air, do you need money? And if you give that technology away for free, so the whole world has it, there's no need for money. But in the real world, I don't know if corporations would allow that to happen. They block the hell out of that shit. Somebody might have invented that already. Ain't not gonna look up who killed the electric car in the 80s. They came up with that shit in the 80s, and somebody came around and killed that shit. But again, I digress again. I'm not even sure how much of this video is going to make it in because I'm rambling a lot. Let's get back to Rand. I'm sorry.
It's just drug money, plow. Money makes open case close. Money bend law, make war, make goals. Money gives a poor man hope. Money saves lives, takes lives, money both. Money isn't, money's just that. Money's just a concept, people are trying. Tax up the poor man, feed up the fire.
Yeah.
Money's just cash. Take money, take money, take money, take. Fake money, fake money, fake money, fake.
Rand be thinking, man.
Money ties, ayy. Money lies, money lies,
I
money
people that
lies.
think, man. You could be a gangster rapper, a trapper. But you can hear it if you think in your bars. If you think, you could be about that bullshit. All you talk about is that bullshit. I'm with it if I can hear the thought in the bar. Sometimes, a lot of times, it's just mindless. Mindless.
Fake money, fake money, fake money, fake. Money ties, money ties, money ties, ayy. Money lies, money lies, money lies, ayy.
Again? Yeah, Rand. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Yeah, man. I've talked enough. I've rambled enough. I'm not gonna burn your ears with my rambling. I'm out of order, man. If you're still here, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that bell notification. Most importantly, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if there's something else you want me to react to, respond to. If you want to buy me a coffee, Cash App is in the description. Y'all need something from the store, some sun chips, whatever, let me know. We love y'all. We out.